I think like your own relationship with your parents, you look at far more deeper than when you have your own child.
And because there you're in charge with your child. There you're
Yeah,
an
but you
adult
also,
and you know what you're kind of doing. But
Yeah.
with your parents, it's different because you don't have any kind of control.
but you can actually learn from that part when you have your own child, that you realize how much effort they have put into it. Yeah, and that it's not only up to them, but it's also you that has to make your life work. But when we talk about is that like how we think about the start of life, if we are conceived against our will, yeah, or that we actually like choose our parents. And we have to realize that when that God part inside of us, that actually is always about like that we make the choice, because that part actually like is not actually like against us. It's not actually like feeling obligated to be born or something. Yeah, we have this kind of deeper relationship with ourselves, or at least an awareness at that time, and we are conscious of like that we may enlighten again something, and we can only do that through birth, through materializing ourselves in this world. And the choice is us. Nobody asks us. It's our choice.
I was just thinking, well, can you imagine the urge that spirit has to come out in this world where it gets everything done, the circumstances, the everything, the growing, the bursting, the everything, just to come to this world.
Yeah, so therefore that kind of duality what we meet, like what's also in the Bible, that kind of duality, that world of good and bad. Yeah, we choose to be as God, so we realize that we can only actually acknowledge happiness when we also know what unhappiness is. We are the light, and we go to this dark place in which the challenges are, and that is not a decision of the human being, but it's a decision of a conscious that has more expansion. We don't find that in the brain, we find that in the heart. It's a different way of thinking. We perceive it through the brain, of course, in the end, but I think that kind of big thing of like realizing how much power we actually have, we can't even comprehend that with the brain. So yeah, like it's very important to see like when people actually like think of like they are smashed into life, being born into the wrong family, yeah, that is actually like keeping our victimhood, because we can't be so. It can't be when we're really realizing who we are. It's different. With far more like love and care, compassion. And when you believe from that side how that works, then you also understand, coming back on our other conversation about needs, like that in this world everything is provided. But when we look from that dark side, we don't see it. So when we actually look from that victimhood, the child's shoes, or the aggressor in us, we can't see this abundance. We can only recognize that when we really go to the center, to the heart. There we actually recognize that everything is there. And then we become very humble in the sense of like that, when everything is given, what is there then to complain? And I think the problem is that we can't receive. We're so busy being the victim that we can't receive. We're so busy in being needy. We're so busy in like finding a problem there. looking for the trouble, believing in the trouble, not having faith in ourselves, that at that point we only initiate need then.